Okay, everybody, I'm going to do the next demo. Let me start with this paper. It's called Unsized Xuan. Size means water resistant. It's alum and glue. We use this normally for gongbi or elaborated style, but now we also use it for boneless style.
What style?
Boneless. Boneless means bone.
No bones.
Yeah, no bones. Yeah.
No
bones. Yeah.
Boned and boneless.
So you basically you can see it doesn't smear, right? And to make it a smear, you can drop color or ink on it. Actually, it could be more solid. Yeah. See, you can draw. This is what we call the tarashikomi in Japanese. They drip opaque colors onto it to make a nice patterns. It doesn't smear, right? That's the best part of it. Yeah. Okay.
You can dry without marbling it?
Yeah, marbling. So just let it stay for a while, and meanwhile I'm going to do this painting here. On my back, this paper, we have the unsized or raw paper. This is called mature paper also in Chinese, 熟宣. This is a raw paper. This is a raw paper I'm going to do, and I use a little ink. In this case, I can blend all the colors into one load. This is a more like what we saw by the pond. You know, this you can have multiple colors. The characteristic of this paper is to record all the strokes. We cannot make changes. On this paper, you can manipulate it. You can say if you don't like it, too dark, right? Too dark.
Because it's staying on the surface, it's not absorbing right away. So you can manipulate it.
So you can erase it.
It's cool.
Okay. Now, that's it. This is called what paper? Size paper. Yeah. So we can drip water or drip a little ink with light color with the. You can make it look like moss. This would be on tree trunk, but in this case we want to make it look like leaves. So you can.
Is that the veins?
Yeah, we don't supposed to paint. We just tarashikomi means wet dripping ink color. You use a very excessive water. Yeah, that's what I want. So you see, this is on the Japanese screen painting. This is on non-absorbent material. It could be on wood. This is how they do it. You can use other colors, and you can use some color, some ink, maybe some other. You can also use reintroduce dark. It takes some experiment maybe, but you don't want to blot it anymore.
So you're just gonna let it slowly absorb.
Slowly absorbs, yeah. But sometimes I do take the extra off like that.
Sure. Just get certain areas.
Yeah. But don't do too much. Try to make it more like natural, so you don't want to interfere too much. On this side, we have to
slower process.
do it in a spontaneous way. So I use dark ink to define it. So this is the typical 写意 or spontaneous style. This is what we did. This is one leaf. Okay, and you have to wait it this dry. So this you don't have to do these lines. We're supposed to create all the shading.
Oh, naturally with the.
Yeah, naturally. You may add a line, but
it might happen by
it might happen by itself. Yeah, you can just draw wet into wet.
See what happens and then wait and then.
Yeah, the nice part is this calligraphy characterized by with a hard edge. What we call that line in watercolor? This is a hard edge, a soft edge, hard edge. It will form like an outline. You know, so if you have lots of water inside, you will run into the side and drive the ink to form a contour kind of thing. Anyway, that's my hope.
Right, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Knock on wood.
See how much harder that edge is and that.
So for water lily there versus the lotus leaf there.
Okay, now
Your
the
choice.
difference
Yes,
on
yes.
painting the flowers.
Yeah.
For water lily flowers, when we do it on non-absorbent paper or raw, material paper or size paper, they're the same for the same paper. Okay, I use some. You can use a rouge. Actually, I use a rose color without the white. The white will be added afterwards to create a calligraphic effect. So you can use in this step, we don't use much water because we want to leave room for the white water to be added. So I use just normal amount. At this point, you just define the shape. I won't leave white because the white will be added. Right? Behind, and the same brush. If we do the other one, let me change the brush to make it clear. So we use a clean brush here, and I will use some white and some. Let me get the white diluted with water on the heel, and then a little crimson. Rouge, rose, whatever, rose color and crimson. So this one, I changed it's too much in the center. The flower could be here, could be here. Which one you think? This is the heavy part. This should be a bud. So we change the.
Okay.
Should we change it?
Sure.
We don't have to repeat the
That's
same
fine.
composition. So let's do this here. So we'll do it in a 简易 style. One stroke, don't. The beginning is a little heavier. It takes too much moisture. This paper, even if you use double shade, you use more moisture. It takes more. And we can add a bud. Every color I need is loaded in one stroke, right? Just like that. And on this side, you have to do it separately. Use only the color, medium color maybe, to draw the shape of the flower. And don't worry about the white. But now it's time to do that. So we'll use another brush, just a lot of brush to switch back and forth. Yeah, if you want to do two things together. So I use a little water. I mean, a little white with a lot of water to dilute the white. And I drip this into You see, I put it on the wrong place. Yeah, this is what I want.
Man, look at that.
Yeah. So
It's like sour.
yeah, don't paint. I try to drip. You already painted the shape, right? So yeah, you just let it run. It should be like that, dripping. Let it run. So excessive, but you know, not even. So some parts still need to be heavier. The inside is darker, right? So yeah, you don't want to do all the parts, maybe just half of it. Anyway, so this is nice. I leave it. Okay. And this is the Talashikomi. You see the dark edge. That's what we're looking for.
How do you spell that?
Talashikomi. Tarashi. T-A-R-A-S-H-I. Shikomi. K-O-M-I. Japanese is very straightforward. It's only one syllable. So if you can say it, you can spell it. In Chinese, it's 撞粉撞水. 撞 means how to say?
Splash or drop?
撞 like a
Two together, clash?
Collision?
collision, yeah. Collision.
Glide?
Merge.
Merge.
Oh,
Merge.
Not merge. It's like
Strong.
a two forces 撞
Crash.
come together.
Three. Sounds like.
撞. So this is called 撞. To use one impact the other. Yeah.
The exact word is
What?
exact word is clash.
Clash.
Yeah.
Clash.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, clash sounds like.
Kind of like marriage.
She said clash.
You're right.
Marriage.
No.
Conflict, but not conflict.
Yeah, marriage, I said.
That doesn't sound good.
Okay, even the small part like a stem, we can also do this in this approach. So you use ink, or you can use a little medium gray, brown gray, or some whatever, to draw this shape. Still, it has to be calligraphic. Let's do some more leaves. Oh, this is too light. It won't work. So just use any brush.
Is it too light or too thin?
Too light. So yeah, well, you can use. That's a good point. You can use water or light to start with. Then you drip dark. That's another. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, that's just wet into wet. Yeah. Just basically wet into wet. So this is a tender leaf,
The whole thing
right?
is kind
Yeah.
of wet. This is more watery.
Yeah, but in Chinese painting, we still keep the sense of a stroke. So this is is like a half leaf. Right? This wet into wet. That's a good point. You can use a reverse way, just wet into wet. So this is like inside the young leaf that we saw in the pond. Yeah, and let's do another. We just use this technique. Okay. Light, and then dark, and just this. Not just to wet the paper. We define the edges. Right. So you want to make the edge smooth, right? Yeah. Some relatively the same idea of this two-stroke approach. Then we use either light, dark. I would drop light into dark, so that's so you can use. This is called painting, not no good. So this is dripping, right?
Yeah.
So it's almost like shading. There's some yeah. Or you can use the gombi concept. Use two brush technique. One clean brush to pour it. So So you use one deliver, one pull. Pull.
Yeah.
Pull and pour, yeah.
I have problem with R and L in my dialect.
Yeah, this time it's confusing because we have been doing
Pour.
pouring
Pour,
also.
Yeah.
So.
Pouring,
Pulling.
pouring. Yeah. So I delivered and then use a clean brush to kind of guide it. Yeah, you can, but not interfere. If I have something good, you just dry it with a hair dryer or something.
And do you ever like tilt and move the board? Like
Oh, yeah,
move
yeah.
it side to side. I mean, if you want to, well, you still have one shape. No, it won't ruin it. It's all. I like
Just
to
make
Right.
another leaf.
I'll do it fine.
Leave it
I'll do it
side.
fine. Yeah, well, yeah, because you could make the stem might come,
I like this
come out
Yeah, it
down
doesn't
with
come
a
down.
board. You could
Yeah.
put a little
Or-
tab and then you can.
Oh, yeah,
tilt it
yeah,
down
I like
and
that.
move.
Use a straw.
Well, yeah, but actually, with this paper, it'll.
I'm gonna get up early tomorrow and play.
Resistance.
This is play.
Yeah, this paper, you have to use this paper.
Yeah.
It doesn't smear, right?
This is fully sized, not semi-sized.
It's the fully size. Yeah, fully size. See, they create a nice texture, and you can come back to redefine. It may take several layers of calligraphical meat to get the final result. Okay.
We'll come back next week and it'll be dry.
Yeah, see that I can
Leave
deliver
this here.
some maybe colorful. It has to be a right moment. You see, if it's too dry, you cannot do that. And let's just finish this one here. Okay, this one is a direct approach. Let me just. Okay, you can use the red. Well, on this one you can use similar but different effect. You can, if the brush is dry, you can sort of paint the shape, and then use like I did with landscape, like to color to on the dry stroke to make it red, so it looks more like the water, right? But don't always paint too wet. It's a tendency that you paint too wet because the water lily, it has a lot of water. Then it's there's no bone in it, no structure in it, right? So it's good to have some painting underneath. Okay. So you can do a smaller leaf. You asked if I can reverse the opening. Yes, you can do that. Yeah, you can see I can do that. But when I define the, with veins, you can still change it. This one is undefined. It could be this way or this way.
That's right.
The opening is not clear. But don't, do all the opening like a big mouse, fish mouth.
Pac-Man.
Yeah, what is called the big notch? Yeah, we see that in every leaf, like that, even small ones. Right. So some off focus, so you don't have to define all that. Yeah, you can consider that what you call the reflection, but we don't usually paint the reflection. That's watercolor, not Chinese
It could
watercolor.
be like the rock underneath.
Yeah. Just like a leaf underneath.
Yes,
just
something,
under the
something
water.
that's a little bit
part
under
of
the
it.
water, but it's
Yeah.
not the water
So just
itself.
some definitive, some blurry. That's good. And some in the distance, just use color without ink. Yeah. But this is too equal. Like this is no rhythm. But there's a little bit big and small change, so you can kind of group them somehow to make it more interesting. Better rhythm.
Sure.
Yeah.
4-4.
We need some of the weeds.
Yeah.
Weeds, yeah. Weeds really give it the structure. You can paint those underwater vine, what do you call it, sand.
Sure.
But it's not really common to paint that. Let me finish this one. So define the veins. This is overnight ink, we call it. Overnight ink has a character that has particle in it. But on this wet, it will remain, will not bleed as fresh ink, which is good. So I use dried up ink for this purpose. Okay, and also for this, it will stay better. If you put it fresh from the water, from the bottle, it may rain more than the dried up ink. Overnight ink, we call it.
Cool.
Thank you. Okay, this one could be the leaf, not the wheat, the duckweed. Oh, I got it the wrong direction. Anyway, don't worry about that. So this part, we need to put some detail. Just grab it.
Brush on my chin.
Yeah, I got confused myself already.
Really kidding.
So you use a little white with a yellow and a little orange color, maybe a little red. Just make a little variation, and do the little stamens. Actually, you can put some green there.
Is that what turns into the pot later?
Yeah.
The green?
Yeah.
Yeah, after it dries and the petals fall off. That,
Well, just little color contrast. See, this is.
Or I guess the pot would be for lotus, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
So
Lotus.
basically,
this is water lily.
water lily
Yeah.
is much more colorful or stronger. Like this way, I use this orange color to make it more feel like water lily. You can even put the accent on the petal too. Oops, I lost this.
How come?
Thank you. Okay, yeah, here, let's do this one. It still takes time, if we have hair dryer. You have? You may move the moisture.
It will,
also, yeah.
but, sometimes you want that, sometimes I know, but time-wise, he's not gonna.
Yeah, you can also chip a little cool color into this. And I have to finish this in a nice composition, I guess. There's I didn't really think about that until now. This is
Just send me a picture.
we basically can do just a half of it, instead of the spread anywhere. You can condense into one corner. Some leaves here, some leaves here. Just combine some groups, which can have a stem here. If it's too dark, you can blot it or use water to lighten it. So we basically get the light by blotting or by dripping water or dripping color. We don't get the gray on the palette on this paper. This is exceptional for the background. But yeah, you can have. This is another way actually. You can do this, wet into wet, and then darken it. Let's see. So if you want to create this smearing effect on this, you have to use the two-brush technique. We call it the separate wash in Gongbi, which means that when deliver the color or ink, when pour it. Yeah. See this invade this. So be careful. Sometimes it just connect unwantedly. So you want to be a little careful with this. And there's a lot of reddish tones in the pond. I think we should have that. Oops, too much. Actually, under the leaf, more like an under. Okay. You can add a little dragonfly, maybe, or a little fish in the water, whatever, to a little life to it. Let's do a dragonfly. The dragonfly, we use gray to do the wings. Standing up here. Okay, the same brush. Go ahead. Go ahead, please. Go ahead. Just a little one. Okay, this one. Okay, there's yeah, I will let you try it before I sign or finish the more details. Just experiment. Yeah. And you can get a piece of paper from
But
the.
we all have.
You already have it in your
Piece of
package.
rice paper, just put it on yours,
Sized.
and then we can paint it.
Size is strong.
So which is the size?
It's
Size,
the size. This
size
is the
shrunk,
size.
yeah. You can.
So you collapse everything.
Yeah.
So you're going to sign it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me.
Well, not collapse, but move.
Oh, I mean.
When it's dry, there's a water walk on,
Yeah, okay, I'll stay and help you.
on smooth.
Thanks, yeah.
Yeah, you can manipulate more in this on this paper. It doesn't. It's more like a watercolor kind of approach.
So you're showing just a little bit of the lily pad stem before it goes into the water?
I think this is too wet, maybe to do the dry strokes. But this was still considered part of the dripping technique. If you want more definition like this part, when it's dry, you can add dry. I think maybe I just keep it wet. It's interesting. This is more like a 写意, you know, the spontaneous approach, wet into wet. Still, the it's still evolving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you won't see the effect after it's completely dry.
You won't be able to take it home and still be wet.
You're staying in the hotel one more night?
Yeah, we will stay one more
Then you
night.
can just take this
Yeah,
over.
I'll take it. Yeah.
So let's make sure it's over there before we have him.
I just brought this painting outside, let the sun dry it.